Well, look at that. We're back. Leafs are back in action. Vancouver Canucks are back in action. It's been a long layoff for the Canucks. You know, they had 19 plus players and staff out. I'm surprised this game went through. I'm surprised it went ahead, but good for them. Like, not just playing, but, withholding or holding on to that pressure the Leafs put on them. The comeback, you know what? After all that, yeah, I'm a Leafs fan and I want the win. However, it's also nice to see. It's nice to see Vancouver get that win, and and that resilience. Like, good on them. Good on them. So let's just instead of just going right through everything that happened in the game, I'm just going to pick a few key names and just talk about them, and it will lead through how the game went. So first off, Toronto Maple Leafs, William Nylander is back. So he was gone for 2 weeks, COVID protocol, and he came back, and he looked fast, good speed. He had that fantastic goal in the first period where he just fired it, top glove, beautiful shot. I say maybe it's that little Jason Spezza style of the stick, making the bottom, third of the stick white. I don't know, Jason Spezza, rubbing off on him, but that got off quick, and he looked good this game. What do you have, a goal and an assist? He looked good. He was playing with JT and Robertson for the first bit of the game until, they had the lead and they wanted to hold on to it, which they didn't, and they went back together. They generated some chances. They did all right. Obviously, they could have been better, but I want to see more of them. If you're going to have Galchenyuk up with Matthews and Marner, why not throw Robertson with them and see how it goes? I'm intrigued, I'll tell you. Next, let's talk about Zach Hyman and Alex Edler. Bloody hell, Alex Edler spends most of his time in the box, doesn't he? But it was stupid. Stupid. Getting his leg out like that. I'm hoping, as the time of recording this, even after, like, in the post, skirmish or whatever, where they're talking to the Leafs players, they didn't say anything about Hyman's status. So I'm hoping he's okay. Like, that's a big loss, right? Like, Hyman's a priority one for the Leafs to do well in the playoffs. He plays in every situation. He is a full-on team guy. He's an energizer. Like, the Leafs are going to sign him long-term after this. They need him. That's a huge loss. Oh, God, that pissed me off. Following that, let's talk about Auston Matthews, because, I guess you get some retribution because they get that 5-minute power play time, and he does score with 20-something seconds left in the power play. Like, it was a great goal. He knew it was in. It was lovely. William Nylander coming through with a little toe drag feed over to him. Great shot. But still, like, it doesn't help the wounds of losing Zach Hyman. You know what I mean? Matthews, he had a game, a turnover, and on that second Vancouver goal, losing Hoglander there. I think he thought Hall was going to get him. A couple dozy moments, but that was the whole team. They had some dozy moments, and Vancouver took advantage of it. But Matthews looked good. He had a couple posts. I know he had one on the power play before the goal. He had one at the end of the game where, we'll get into that. But yeah, again, he scored. That's his 33rd of the year, I think, in 41 games. Stud. What's he on pace for? 66 goals then through a full 82-game season. Insane. So Leafs are up 2-0, obviously, and they tinkered the lineups. They tried to hold that lead, and it doesn't last. Bo Horvat gets behind the D. Dermott can't catch him. It was a Matthews turnover. I think he saw the guy drive in the net, try to feed it across when he did his little spinorama thing. Intercepted by Vancouver, obviously, turnover. Feeds Horvat, and Horvat went blocker. Now, last game, a lot of that, well, against the Jets, they were going glove on Campbell. Campbell, he did move over. I think he thought Horvat was going glove. Beautiful shot blocker side, makes it 2-1. Then Hoglander, he scores his goal after some great play by Toronto in the third. And the situation was basically there was another turnover in the neutral zone. Vancouver got it in. Toronto tried to reset. Hall was in front of the net. I forget who was there with him, but he took that man. Hoglander got behind Hall. Matthews didn't react in time to take Hoglander. I think there was a little mix-up of who was going to take who, and it was just he was there to pot in the open pass. That was a great pass. I forget who passed it for Vancouver, but it was like the little shot pass. They saw Hoglander. Beautiful play, and it was 2-2. And why is it 2-2? Because of Braden Holtby. Unbelievable. Like, just I wrote down some stuff here. I put Holtby plus the post, because the post is the extension of the goaltender, and there was tons of posts this game. 5 more maybe. I know there was two on that one power play. Matthews got it at the end. There's tons of posts anyway. But like, he stopped Superman point blank in the first. Again, Superman, sorry to go off, but when he, early in the first, I forget who was the defenseman, but the puck came to Superman. It was just like a little tip and just go around him. And I thought he was going to get all the way around Holtby and tuck it in, but he just missed wide. Honestly, if that boy had some finish. But he gets stopped in close in the first. Muzzin gets a point blank chance on like a odd man rush kind of thing. He gets stopped. After the Hyman injury and Edler penalty, obviously on that power play, Matthews and Tavares both crushed the post. But before that, Galchenyuk gets robbed. He couldn't get the puck up. It squirts by there. We got some more, don't we? Superman gets robbed again. Riley gets robbed on a cross crease. Marner, shorthanded, gets stopped on a breakaway. I think Matthews gets stopped as well not too long after, when he does tries to go like between his legs and then kind of like a Finneganov style and smack it in. Holtby looked phenomenal this game. Simmons obviously gets sent in by Robertson. Beautiful little sauce pass. I loved what Simmons did. Toe drag, but Holtby with the stick, and then he comes over, the windmill with the pads. Obviously, the left pad doesn't get it, but the right pad comes, and that puck's definitely going in. Honestly, TSN turning point there. I think literally right after that save, it was Hoglander's goal, like 45 seconds after. Insane. And then at the tail end of the game, a crossbar, again, extension of Holtby. Matthews hits a crossbar, and then he's able to get to the side post where Marner is, even though that puck might have been in. Gonna give it to Holtby, though. He smothered that post. He brought his legs in close, and obviously majority of his body was in the net. Marner's pointing at where the puck is, and he just scoots it out. Again, if you can't see the puck, and it's not clear as day that it's in the net, they're not going to call it. That sucks. Honestly, I thought it was in. It could have just been obviously unbiased and Mitch Marner saying it's in, but I'm going to give it to Braden Holtby because he did his job all game. He kept Vancouver in it. Toronto, let's be honest, they dominated play. They did. Like, look at the shots on goal. Look at the chances. Holtby plus his post and his crossbar. Phenomenal. So it goes into, Holtby brings it, and it gets into OT. And in overtime, again, miscommunication by the Leafs. Muzzin's following Myers out. Nylander's there following Horvat a bit. I think he thought they had like zones. They were playing zones, not man on man. That's what it looked like. Muzzin follows Myers, instead of keeping his zone, but maybe it should have been man on man. Really just a little brain fart there. He got puck watching Myers. Myers feeds Horvat. And, Tavares can't react quick enough. Horvat scores almost from the exact same spot, blocker side. Campbell just can't squeeze it enough. Again, Jets went glove side. These guys went blocker. Campbell definitely wants that one back. The other two, I'm going to say great goals. But good on Vancouver. You know, after all that, they come back, they get the OT win. Toronto were the better team. Of course, they were the better team. You know, they had more chances, higher scoring chances, lots of posts. But overall, too many giveaways, too many turnovers, and that allowed Vancouver to get back into the game. Turnover leads to Horvat's first goal. Turnover leads to Hoglander's goal. Turnover leads to a couple other chances. And then Toronto, mistake by Willie puck watching. And Horvat scored in overtime. What can you do? Campbell played fine. Holtby played phenomenal. Overall, again, just too many turnovers. It's been like this, for the last several weeks, basically. Every game I talk about, it's the turnovers, and they need to buckle down with that. I'm going to say again, also watching this game, there's something off with Morgan Rielly. It's like his confidence isn't there or something. It's not just defensive woes, but it's offense as well. He's making ill-timed decisions. I don't know. What's your thoughts on Rielly? If you are listening to this, what are your thoughts on him? He's got me a little bit worried. However, I'm more worried about Zach Hyman. I hope he's okay. About the Leafs in general, not worried at all. Honestly, it's turnovers, yeah, and they gave up the leads. But they played well, in my opinion, watching the game. Yeah, so there we go. Leafs lose 3-2 in overtime. I'm intrigued by the lineups with Robertson in there with JT and Nylander. I want to see more of that. They had the old guys all on a line at one point. Obviously, there was tinkering throughout. Big thing, sort out that turnovers and the giveaways, and it'll all be good. I'm excited for the next game. Let me know what you think or what you thought of the game. Please comment down below. If you like this video, please click like. Feel free to subscribe. Talk about every Leafs game. All right, see you next time. Go Leafs, go.